It was a cold morning in 2025 in the high-tech zone of Xiong'an area in China. The air was lightly chilly, and the city had not yet fully awakened. That morning a message came that would change the course of many lives. China Unicom and Huawei had officially activated the world's most powerful 10G broadband. Many considered it a marketing stunt at first, but when speed test reports started appearing, everyone was stunned. Download speed 9,834 megabits per second, upload speed 1,008 megabits per second, latency only 3 milliseconds. Those were numbers previously confined to laboratories and research centers, but now they were entering ordinary lives. In that city lived a young man named Jian Hao. Jian was a university student, and he was passionate about technology. His room was filled with screens and gadgets. He had booked the 10G service on the very first day. When the installation team arrived at his flat, he watched as they connected a newly upgraded fiber line. This was a 50G PON optical line that layered super speed over the existing fiber. As the technician switched on the router, a new indicator lit up: 10G active. Jian did not waste a second and ran a speed test. The graph surged upward. The screen displayed 9.8 gigabits per second. Jian could not hold a smile. He downloaded a 20 gigabytes 8K documentary. A timer started. The file completed in exactly 20 seconds. In his eyes there was a spark, a glimpse of a new future. That night Jian put on his VR headset. Previously VR experiences always suffered from lag and motion delay, but now with 10G the VR felt more real than real life. Jian was walking on a virtual street in Japan. He could feel the breeze, the steam from a tea shop, the clarity of people's faces. Everything was so real that for a moment he felt he was truly there. He reached out to touch a virtual lamp. The system responded without a second's delay. It was all thanks to the 3 millisecond latency of the network. The next morning his university class began online, but this was no ordinary video call. It was a live 8K holographic class. The teacher was broadcasting from a remote science lab. Students wore AR glasses and saw microscopic cells floating before their eyes as 3D images. Where earlier microscope access was rare, now every student could watch cell division live in perfect clarity. Jian asked a question. The teacher adjusted the microscope. The adjustment appeared instantly in the student's AR view. For the first time education felt alive and real. That week the city announced an update to its entire traffic system. It was now running on the 10G network. Smart lights, autonomous cars, real-time drone monitoring, all synchronized as one ecosystem. Jian stood on his balcony watching a self-driving taxi smoothly turned according to traffic light timing. A delivery drone flew above carrying a package. A garbage collecting robot cleaned the sidewalk. The whole city looked like a living digital organism. At the same time hospitals began to feel 10G's impact. A relative of Jian's was a doctor on a video call. The doctor told him remote surgery guidance was now possible. Ultra clear 8K feeds, real-time data, zero delay. The doctor in one city could monitor surgery, while a surgical robot operated on the patient in another city. What once seemed impossible was becoming routine. The doctor said if this system reached rural clinics, thousands of lives could be saved. But like every new technology, it had its challenges. Some users complained their devices were not 10G compatible. Some older buildings had outdated wiring. Some telecom poles needed new hardware. Still, China Unicom started fast-track upgrades and planned to make the entire Xiong'an area fully 10G ready. Some people were confused, saying 10G meant 10th generation mobile technology when actually it referred only to 10 gigabit per second broadband speed. Jian clarified this confusion on his blog. He explained 10G is not mobile generation, it is broadband speed. It is important to understand this difference. After a few months Jian launched his own startup. His idea was an AR-based remote learning platform to deliver high-quality classes to students in small towns and villages. Because of 10G broadband, the platform ran lag-free with high-resolution interactive content. Students could connect from anywhere and watch lectures with 3D models and live experiments. Jian's platform went viral. Government selected it for a pilot project. Jian connected those children who had no resources for quality education. It was the biggest achievement of his life. One night Jian stood on the rooftop of his city. Below, neon lights were glowing, holographic billboards were dancing, autonomous cars were gliding in smooth lanes, drones were flying above like stars. The city looked like a painting from the future. Jian closed his eyes and breathed in deeply. He felt that the world had changed. This change was not just about speed, this change was about access, education, health, lifestyle, and most of all human potential. And above all, 10G had awakened the world, not just made it faster. When the world wakes up, human dreams begin to come true.